Hear ye, it is the Yogi Judge, Judge Dawson, and this podcast is called Here Comes the Judge. Look, I've been doing this podcast, judge, empowerment thing for years, and my goal is only to bring you moments of inspiration and motivation because as a judge and as a yogi, simply as a man, I have learned so much. And if I don't spread this wisdom, I am not utilizing the blessing of experience. So I am going to be sure to bring you these short but powerful podcasts every chance I get so that you and I can grow in our power. All right, so today I want to talk to you about something very interesting. Have you ever heard the word trigger? Have you ever heard that word? And I'm sure you have, right? Because we hear it all the time. We talk about it. I think sometimes people actually overuse the word trigger by saying that they're triggered by this or they're triggered by that, or they can't do things because of a trigger. I want you to know that triggers are things that signal to you that there's discomfort in your body, your mind, or in your situation. So to start with, that's what a trigger is. And what I want you to do as a cycle breaker is make a vow to yourself that you're going to use triggers as teachers. I'll say that again. I want you, because I'm going to start doing it now, to use triggers as teachers. So we are going to proclaim today your triggers are teachers, not enemies. Or you can make it personal. My triggers are my teachers and not my enemies. See, most of us treat our triggers like threats, something to avoid, suppress, or oftentimes we even fight it. But here's the truth. Triggers don't show up to hurt you. They show up to teach you. What is it that's going on that you need to know? What do you need to learn from the situation? How can you use this situation to get better or to learn something, right? So triggers, let's look at them as pieces of information. It's really your nervous system saying, hey, pay attention. There's something here. Maybe there's unfinished business. Maybe there's something that you shouldn't touch. Maybe there's something that you shouldn't do. So the trigger is really giving you information. Now, let me give you an example. I'm a judge, right? And I'm speaking to people all day and they're speaking to me. So we are exchanging words. So if someone's words shake you, the lesson may not be about them. It may be about what still lives inside of you. And let me tell you how you can turn that around and use it for your benefit. You can be a parent, a boss, an entrepreneur, a student. And there will be times where people will say things to you that will get you a little upset. But the key is to not allow it to upset you, but instead to inquire, what is it about that statement that made me so mad? Am I insecure about that topic? Are there issues that I need to resolve in my ego? Not saying that you deserve to be disrespected or talked to in any manner, but there is a lesson in that comes back to you. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that we can absolutely control is how we react. You can get mad at another person. You can shut them down. You can shut them out. Or if you're a judge like me, you can even put them in jail. But does that really change what happened? And will that stop you from being upset the next time it happens? I don't think so. So that's why we should use our triggers as lessons. See, when you slow down instead of reacting, your trigger becomes a mirror. It reveals the wounds that need care, maybe some boundaries that need to be strengthened, or values that need to be defended. See, growth doesn't happen when life feels comfortable. Triggers are uncomfortable. But growth happens when you listen instead of explode. Because that's what happens. You think of a trigger like a gun. When people shoot off that trigger, they explode. But we don't want to do that. Instead of exploding, we want to reflect. So the next time you're triggered, the next time you're upset, the next time somebody does something that gets you out of your normal hookup, That's an opportunity to ask yourself, what is here that's trying to teach me something? What's here? What is in this statement? What is in this action? Don't ask, why is this happening to me? But ask yourself, what is here and how can I use it for my betterment? That question alone can break a cycle. So remember this, triggers aren't alarms telling you to attack. They are inviting you to learn. All right, cycle breakers, we are going to continue to move forward with power and energy. Every time you get one of my podcasts, there will be a lesson that I've learned as a judge and as a yogi. So please subscribe to my podcast and most importantly, share it with somebody that you care about so that we can all continue to grow together. All right, until we meet again, have an awesome and amazing day. Namaste.